All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Recoup. I'm Cooper Daniels, and I'm a guy that knows a little about a lot. And today we've got something special for you. We've united with the Algonauts official Discord. I'm here with the healer himself, Shaman. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Coop. Super excited to talk with you guys and see what Smilecoin's got coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, man. And we're here with co-founder of Smilecoin, Taj. What's up, Taj?
Hey, everyone. Doing well. Coop, Andrew, thanks so much for having me, as usual.
Yeah, man.
Excited to be here.
It seems like every time we talk, you've got we've talked twice, but the last time we talked, you had some big news about the foundation and the grant, and now today there was some more big news, right?
Yeah. So, the project's moving at lightning speed, as is just obviously the broader DeFi space and everything within Algorand. But exciting news today, we inked a partnership with MEXC. So they're going to be the first centralized exchange to host an exchange and some DeFi staking for Smilecoin, which we're super excited about. The community was really pushing for it. They've got some great, algo support integrations and, have historically done some, old school kind of ASA pairings. And so we're super excited. We're one of the first algo projects to list there. So really awesome. And yeah, happy to provide some more info there. And really good for the Smilecoin community and just some opportunities for more folks to get involved in the project.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know a lot of people in Algonauts, they've been asking, where can we buy Smilecoin? And then, the only place I've been able to direct them is Uniswap, which, isn't a fan in the Algorand community much at all. So it's good to see you guys coming online on, MEXC, I guess is the way you pronounce it. I always said MEXC in my mind, but MEXC, it's good to have you guys, launching there. Yieldly, they had a lot of success doing that. And I think it's good to get people, involved before some of these other projects like Tiny Man and Algodex come online to kind of get you guys, out there for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Definitely. So we're going to talk more about MEXC for sure, but just in case there's anybody watching that isn't really familiar with Smilecoin, can you just break down real quick what you guys are doing?
Sure. So we're a Web3 project really focused on powering the gaming industry. And how we're doing that is through the first ever DeFi gaming portfolio and payment infrastructure on Algorand. So we're launching our DApp in early November. We're backed by the Algorand Foundation and been building on Algorand and scaling on there and just, continuing to leverage the ecosystem and really build out that Smilecoin gaming network, within Algorand's ecosystem and on their layer 1 blockchain.
Yeah, man. So basically, you guys are Smilecoin is aiming to be a currency across a bunch of different gaming platforms. And you guys have a core wallet that is going to integrate all of these different platforms, and you're going to be able to keep track of everything in one place and use AI to basically kind of inform you on, where you're doing the best and maybe inform you on where you should maybe go, do some more or whatever like that. Is that kind of the gist?
Yeah. And so it's really twofold. So there's the payment infrastructure side of things, as you mentioned. So that's really enabling a single global gaming currency for, gaming companies, both on and off chain, as well as the, kind of the user facing side of things, which is really that DeFi portfolio where we're providing more transparency, access to data and information for users to really view and manage a portfolio of their gaming data and obviously stake and earn rewards and, take advantage of, all of the benefits within the Algorand ecosystem from a gaming perspective.
Cool. All right. So let's go back to MEXC. So that happened today. And I see a lot of questions online. People are wondering how they're going to be able to stake, tether, earn some Smilecoin. How's that working? I thought I saw that it's like a few day window that you can do this, or, I might be confused. This is all kind of new to me.
No, for sure. And I'll share my screen here in a second, but there's a couple things. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time, we're going to have the exchange publicly available for folks to trade. Right now, there is a window of time until tomorrow where folks can essentially go in. If they haven't created an account, they can do so. They can deposit. They can, do everything they need to do from a transfer perspective to get the right tokens in there. And then they'll be able to trade Smile for a USDT pairing tomorrow. Additionally, from today and until Wednesday evening, folks will be able to participate in MEXC's DeFi pool. And so what they can do, and I'll share my screen real quick. You can see a little bit of a House of Mirrors for a second.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, so this is what the screen looks like. I'll drop a link in the chat here. Ooh. Oh, I'll do that in a second. So yeah, essentially folks can mine Smile, and they do that by staking either MEXC token, USDT, Tether, and then Tron, and they can yield up to 42%. And all they have to do is essentially, stake one of these tokens for Smile, and they'll earn those staking rewards.
Wow, so it's all about Tron, it looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so just as a side note, whoops,
we lost him.
Lost him. Well,
He'll be back.
He'll be back for sure. I mean, some exciting stuff, Coop, I think, for sure. I didn't know MEXC really had that program going. I know I've seen it happen with some of the other coins I've launched on there, but I never really knew what was going on there. And we got him back.
Hey, sorry.
No, we're good.
I'm getting used to this streaming platform, but
cool. Yeah, this is a different one.
Yeah, so I just dropped the link here, and yeah, so excited about this. There's a USDT, Tron, and MEXC token that folks can stake. I would mention that we've got some exciting announcement with partnerships within the ecosystem coming up next week, where folks can stake Smile, stake other ASA assets and earn Smile. So we've got some other avenues for.
You're talking like Yieldly, or is it? Wait.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not at liberty to announce that quite yet. We've got like a little bit of like PR and kind of marketing stuff that we need to iron out with them. But we're gonna offer that just to sort of bridge that gap before our app launches in early November. Of course, then you'll be able to have a fully integrated Smile wallet where you can stake and earn rewards and play games within the network. But we're doing a couple things, based by popular community demand to sort of bridge that gap and let folks, take advantage of, DeFi on Algorand and earn some Smile with some partners in the ecosystem. So more to come on that later this week, but exciting stuff with MEXC today. And there's opportunities to stake. And of course, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, we'll have the listing live where folks can trade, and we'll be fully migrating off of Uniswap. We're not currently really providing liquidity to those pools at the moment, and we'll be fully launched on Algorand there.
So speaking of Algorand, I know, obviously you guys came from from Ethereum. I know there's some ERC20 tokens possibly still flying around. I recall, I think it was on Reddit, you guys had something along the lines of October, I think it was, for those ERC20s to kind of be obsolete. Is that still kind of the plan for you guys, or?
Yeah, so we'll be releasing more info about that actually this evening, but the plan is actually for us. So we've obviously gone through this burn and migrate process, moving from Ethereum over to Algorand. That process is 80-90% complete. And what we're going to be doing in the next few days, and we'll be providing more information around this, but we'll essentially be just freezing that ERC20 token pool. And, we'll of course honor legacy folks who might trickle in after the fact or don't catch the announcement. So they can always, be sure to have those tokens, honored in ASA. But that's the plan, just to, fully migrate off there and focus on algo.
Awesome.
Yeah, it seems like if you look at your roadmap, you guys are actually ahead of schedule. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we're, the development team is well underway, excited to, demo some UI and kind of share what we've got going on for the DApp launch. But, our initial roadmap had us launching in Q4. And I think, when we say Q4, I think we were thinking, early December, sort of towards the end of the year. But as we've received this substantial Algorand Foundation grant, and we've been able to, fill some development roles, both from, a front end, back end, and then Unity developer perspective. We're full steam ahead, and it's looking like, we're going to be ahead of schedule there, and we're on track to launching the DApp in early November, which will be exciting. And we'll be on the testnet in October. So folks will be able to have a link and poke around and really see what we've been building here behind the scenes a little bit.
That's cool. So like you said, you have a demo, right? You have a demo of the app?
Yep.
Maybe we should take a look.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. This is the first time I've kind of shared this outside of our internal team, so this should be fun.
An exclusive recoup in Algonauts info right here.
Here we go.
For sure. Yeah, and keep in mind this is a prototype. We've got development going on in the browser from a UI perspective, and we'll have something there to demo in the upcoming weeks. But just wanted to share, really what the DApp is going to look like, and sort of walk through some of the features, and answer any questions you all might have, and excite folks about what we've got going on. So here's our Web3 project. So, Smilecoin's really your gateway to the gaming world. And so I'll, just scroll down the homepage here. Really we're going to have featured games. So as I've mentioned before, we're going to have games within the Smilecoin network. So those are your prediction platforms, your fantasy sports products, traditional sports books. And we're also going to be launching with 3 blockchain games. And so that's going to be some casino style games initially. So slots, pick 10 lottery and Keno. And so those will be opportunities for folks to play some games here. And at the onset, at least the slots will be free to play. And so you can kind of see these cards here just showing some of the featured games. I'll get into that in
so you're going to be able to for free play slots, and you could win some Smile.
Yep exactly. And so there'll be a detailed game here, and that'll all be built out in the browser for our Web3 project here. And we'll have some cool blockchain games when we launch.
Nice.
And then this kind of gets into how we're reimagining, this gaming ecosystem, and our vision here is that there aren't going to be any barriers for folks to play. I've been working in the gaming industry for the past 5-7 years, and having launched products there and having worked at startups. We went through all of the pain points that folks do, both on the business side of things, as far as payment processing, dealing with the PayPals, the Stripes of the world, and then also just being users of these platforms. Just having difficulty depositing, withdrawing, all of the fees associated with that. Your data being potentially lost, stolen, or worse, misused. So we're really re-envisioning that, and we're going to have an algo wallet connection. So there'll be a Smile wallet that'll be integrated where you can just easily deposit algo and have access to Smilecoin, and then you'll be able to play network games. And then of course, you'll have your portfolio. And so you'll be able to view, manage, and track all of your winnings and, optimize them as well. So we've got one of our co-founders, Nick, he's got a background in machine learning over at Apple, and he's really working on some AI tools to help folks optimize their gaming performance. And awesome. Just being able to view all that in one place, and not being in all these disparate apps and site experiences is really going to transform the way players game and essentially optimize their portfolios. So
as it is right now, the partnerships that you have, you're partnered with Grin Gaming and Esports Live, right? And Esports is a daily fan. That's fantasy sports, right?
Yeah. So we've actually got a few network partners. So Grin Gaming is the first use case that's been fully onboarded, where you can, and that's a prediction platform where you can harvest Smile. You get it by playing in their contests and winning and just opting to take Smile instead of USD.
Got it.
We've got Esports One, which is a fantasy esports product. You're right. And we've got Block Sports, which is more of a traditional sports book in the esports space. And then we've got Champions Round, and they're just a broader fantasy sports product. And so we're currently in the process of integrating them and onboarding them. So we've got those folks, within the network and joined. And of course, we're going to be, scaling that over time. And our goal is to have, up to 20 network partners in Q1 of next year.
Wow. That'd be awesome. I know I'm super excited about, the sports side of things. Something I've kind of recently just got into, but it's definitely a good market and a lot of fun to be, involved in that kind of stuff.
What sports are you into?
I do a lot of, fantasy football, obviously is probably my number one. But really anything that you can bet on, definitely sparks my interest.
What if we just bored everybody with like our fantasy football draft outcome?
Hey, I'm a 2-year winner in a row with my league.
Okay.
Just saying, so.
All right. No. Okay, let's get back.
Right.
Yeah, we could for sure go down a rabbit hole there.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, cool. So then we got here. So this looks great, man.
And
thank you.
There was my second question. Actually, was I know everyone's always My Algo Wallet. I wasn't sure if you're going to have compatibility with anything else.
So we're going to have compatibility at the onset with My Algo Wallet, and then Algorand Wallet.
Awesome.
So, My Algo Wallet, is mostly a desktop client experience, which is great. And Algorand Wallet, obviously, you've got the iOS and Android app. So we're going to have both of those wallets integrated. Just kind of showing what that experience looks like. And then bingo, we'll have that third-party modal where you integrate your, integrate with your Algo wallet. And then here you've got your Smile balance, and you can start to see what this experience looks like as you're logged in here. And then I'm going to jump into what some of these game experiences look like. So
it looks really nice, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, appreciate that. Yeah. So this is the game screen. So here you're going to be able to essentially filter by these different game categories. As I mentioned, we're going to have daily fantasy and prediction products, traditional sports books, lottery, slots, and other cards and table games. And here just, highlighting some of our key network partners, and then just, designing out what the experience looks like for slots. And as I mentioned, we're going to have a fun pick 10 lotto, where you've got opportunities to win some Smile here.
This is so cool. And this is going live, you said early November?
Yep.
Awesome.
So what else? What else should we talk about here?
So this is the DeFi portfolio that I mentioned. So this is, this is a unique DApp feature here where we're going to have this AI-driven portfolio where you can, seamlessly view your gaming data and, profits and losses. You can see a 24-hour glance at your games here. And then we've got this distributed gaming ledger where you can literally see all of the transactions that you've made on chain and within the ecosystem. So you can track everything, it's fully transparent. You've got control over all of this information. So, this is really transforming how, both players and gaming companies interact with gaming products.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's your, like your stock app or your crypto app, and you get to track everything and you get to see everything that you've done, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
So being a Web3 app, forgive me for my lack of dev experience. That means it's just going to be basically in a browser, an app within a browser, basically, right? Is that?
Yeah. Web3 essentially meaning that it's integrated with the blockchain.
Okay.
But so the initial release will be a browser-based app, and then next year we'll look at releasing a native app for iOS and Android, go through that process. But initially it'll be cross-platform, accessible via the browser, which will be a great start.
Which is similar to like Yieldly, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And then here you're seeing a view of the rewards. So, we've got, we've gamified the experience here. So, we're going to give folks rewards and Smile when they've played X number of games. We're going to give folks, incentive to play, even if, maybe they're shitty players or whatever.
Sure.
You shouldn't say that, but folks are gonna have opportunities to win, really, regardless
of your
perform.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's hope for me, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. We'll see how your fantasy team does.
Well, you said you're 2 years in a row you're a champ. So
I did. Yep.
With like is this like a family league?
My sisters.
The issue here is it's not transparent on the blockchain, so we don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
Right. Exactly.
I talk big game.
We can't verify that information.
No, we can't. Yeah, I'm notoriously second place. Right, so good for me, right? All right. So then you have your current game streak. So this is like how much you're winning here. I mean, so you guys are making a game out of the whole. I mean, you're making a game out of playing games.
Yeah. There's definitely that component. It's kind of the game within a game here.
Yeah.
But obviously we're encouraging folks and incentivizing people to return to the DApp and use it, and ultimately reward folks essentially for their time. And so, if they're playing games every day and they're, reaching their weekly goals, they're going to be getting rewards. And of course, this is something that the community's brought up a lot, is just, staking Smile within the Algo ecosystem. So just simply holding Smile here in your wallet, you're going to earn rewards similar to as Algo. You do on Algo, which will be awesome.
What I mean, do you have an idea of like what you think that percentage is, like what you guys are aiming for, or?
Yeah, so 20% is the goal. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't go to market with that, but 20% is what we have in mind, and we'll be confirming that as we get a little bit closer.
And there's 10 billion. There's a cap at 10 billion Smile, right? Am I right about that?
Yep. There's only ever going to be 10 billion Smile coins ever issued.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
that's all I've got with the DApp stuff. Really excited about this. As I mentioned, the team is super hard at work. We've got all the UI development happening right now. We're wrapping that up in the next week and a half. Going to be doing some testing there and some QA. We've got the backend folks working in parallel, and they're doing everything on the data binding and integration side. And, we're going to be getting, something on the test net in late October. And, at that point, just doing some security audits and, more QA and testing as bugs come up and as users give us feedback on the test net. And then we'll be on the mainnet in early November. So really excited about this. And, this will be our MVD, our minimum delightful product, and MDP, I should say. So it's going to be awesome. But, of course, we're going to be scaling it out from there. We're going to add more blockchain games. We're going to add more bells and whistles. We're going to be developing, blockchain games, et cetera. So really excited. And this will be, the starting point for Smilecoin. And yeah, just looking forward to continuing to build here and hit on our roadmap until 2023 and of course beyond there.
That's great, man. So let's see. There we go. Oh, we lost him again, but I'm sure he'll be right back.
So what do you think,
Andrew?
Yeah, I'll say I'm honestly pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie. I've been following Smile for a while. He was one of the first actually projects that came into Algonaut's Discord, and it's good to see the progress they've made. The app looks, a lot slicker than I even thought. Not that I doubted them, but it looks really well put together. So it's good to see these projects coming on to Algorand and, really representing what Algorand can do. I know I'll be picking up some Smilecoin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm back. So
there he is.
So I'm digging StreamYard. I love this little goose in the Smilecoin headphones, it looks like. Or the dollar headset.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that goose too. The goose is cool.
That's badass. I was gonna say, so I've got some UX feedback for them. I should send to their developer team. So it's got a red X, right, to leave studio that I thought was stop screen share, and I keep clicking that.
That's what you keep clicking. There we go. So let's.
Apologies. That should be the last time that happens. But
no, we're good.
Yeah.
Mia, we're seeing some excited people over here. So you, it looks like in the back you got some plants yourself in the background there and some art. It looks like you got a cool place, man.
Thank you. So
where are you at?
So I'm actually moving. My girlfriend and I are. So we're currently in Chicago. We're moving out to LA. I know you live out there in West Hollywood, so excited to do this in person. We're
gotta do it in person for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Yep, we're moving out there. Nick's out in Venice. We've got Chris, one of our other co-founders and advisors, who's based out there. So folks are moving over to LA and just continuing to build out Smile. And so that's why my apartment is eerily empty. But I was on a call earlier today and it kind of looks like I live in an art gallery. So it does. Kind of cool.
It does look cool. You got the shirt, you got the art in the background. I dig the whole thing. I wish that's what I wish it looked like that back here. But anyway,
maybe NFTs is your calling, man.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
So let's see.
After.
Go ahead.
All right,
I want you to do it.
Okay. What I was just going to say is a little bit just kind of running back to the Smilecoin team. I know you guys said that, you got some grant money. Obviously, you guys are scaling up a little bit. I'm just curious, how big is your team right now? I mean, obviously, I know you. I know Nick. Chris, you mentioned as well. Just can you give us a little bit of an idea of, on that front?
Yeah. So the current team obviously is myself. So I'm head of DApp development. Rob is essentially our CTO. Nick, of course, one of our co-founders. He's on the machine learning side of things and is also the chairman and really leading up all of our network partnerships. We've got Chris Gale as well. He's, been a long time friend and blockchain advisor. actually introduced us to some of the folks at Algorand. And so he's a strategic advisor of ours, and he's pretty integrated in the project as well. And we've got Danny Rubin, who's on the PR and marketing side. And then we've recently hired a UI developer named Anton. We've got a backend engineer named Max. We have an open role for a Unity developer, which we're going to be filling soon here to build out those blockchain games that I just demoed. And then we've got a UX designer named Lena, and that's kind of the core team right now. We're probably going to be hiring another backend resource to help integrate everything on chain, and probably be partnering with a third party to help with the security audit or do that internally. There's so much security already baked into Algorand, which is great. And so, yeah, that's the team right now. And as we continue to scale, we'll hire more engineers. We've also got this indie game development program that we're building out. So we've got tons of folks already reaching out who are interested in participating in that. And that's essentially a way for game developers who might not have the resources to really scale and develop on chain to partner with us and become part of this incubator, and ultimately allow us to publish those third-party games and really build out that ecosystem as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So just to kind of recap what we found out today. So MEXC is going to go live tomorrow. Tonight, you're going to make some sort of announcement about the ERC, the Ethereum, whatever, moving them over. And then next week, we can expect some sort of in Algorand announcement where you might be able to stake in one of these, whatever. Yeah. And then, and then early November, this app that we just looked at is going to be going live. So you said security audit. When is like the security audit and the mainnet launch and all that? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so we'll be on the testnet in late October, and then we'll be ironing out all the bugs and making sure everything's tightened up from a security standpoint. And then the early November launch will be, of course, as we deploy on the mainnet.
Right.
So that'll be kind of the last stage there.
And when did you guys start when did you start working on this? How old is Smile?
So the inception of the project is about 5 to 6 months old.
Wow.
We started, we did all of our tokenomics and minted our smart contract on Ethereum in real early June, and started to develop the product. And then obviously we made this transition over to Algorand. So the project is, fairly young still, and we're moving lightning speed here. But yeah, it's fairly young.
Because
relatively speaking,
you and Nick, you guys were involved with Grin Gaming. Is that right? If I recall right.
Yep. So Nick and I actually co-founded Grin Gaming. We started working on it. Feels like a long time ago, but in 2017. So, as I mentioned, just having gone through that experience, as well as just working at other gaming companies. Rob, for example, has worked at HQ Trivia and Amazon. So got a lot of just legacy gaming experience between the team. And so that was sort of the impetus of why we launched Smilecoin. And we had been, jamming on the idea of a native token for some of our gaming apps, and just kind of figured, hey, let's build this out. And, it was, the summer of DeFi last year, and just everything that's happening so fast in the DeFi space really just accelerated our movement into Smilecoin, obviously, and Algorand. So yeah, fairly recent though.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys started off on Ethereum and pretty quickly realized, oh wait, this isn't what we want to do, and there's a better opportunity over at Algorand.
Yeah. So even when we launched the project, and again, like, you know, you got to remember, or folks got to remember that, 6 to 12 months ago, right? Like most folks, like a lot of the API documentation, a lot of the stuff that was out there for folks to really latch onto was related to Ethereum. And so, we had some advisors and ultimately did all our tokenomics, as I mentioned, and minted our project on there. Even at that time, we obviously knew that we would need to migrate to a third generation protocol, right? From a layer one perspective, but just in June and now it's so obvious, right? Like the gas fees are just insane, right?
Yeah.
But even in June, I mean, they were extremely high, and we just didn't have the throughput, and the transaction fees were just astronomical, and so we quickly started to research some of those third generation layer one protocols, and obviously did our homework and looked at the Cardanos and the Polkadots of the world. Looked at Algorand, obviously, and just pretty quickly became clear that they were the winner. Just the nominal transaction fees and the high throughput. And so, yeah, it's super exciting. And obviously everything they're doing there from a Algorand virtual machine perspective and all the developer tools they've got going on is just, helping us deploy code and innovate and accelerate our development. So we're really happy with the decision we made. And every morning I wake up and that decision looks even even smarter. But like I said, I mean, like anyone who was actually or is actually transacting on chain on Ethereum and doing shit with tokens, like whatever it is, purchasing NFTs, leveraging Uniswap or any other DEX. I mean, it's just so clear. Just unless you're unfeasible it is.
Yeah, unless you're moving huge amounts of money, it just is completely ridiculous. Like you can't. Yeah.
So.
And if you want mass adoption, you got to target the small guys, the ones that might not have a lot of money or, come from a, not so advantageous place where, maybe a couple bucks for them is something they want to use. But on Ethereum, you're priced out of that. I know my experience, I originally started with Ethereum myself, just kind of dabbling into crypto. And, really quickly I noticed how is this a thing? Really, I mean, it's a cool technology, but it's just way too expensive to use. So, Algorand's the solution.
100%.
All right. Do we have any questions over here? We've got a lot of is it Yieldly?
Stuff on Discord.
Yeah, let's see. The UI is fantastic. Let's see.
This is
great, man. So if anybody just joined us,
oh god.
Yeah. So if anybody just joined us, we got MEXC tomorrow, right? You can start swapping tomorrow. Is that the deal? So
tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. And then you can also take part in the MEXC staking or DeFi, whatever, and then you can stake Tether or Tron, really. Maybe pick up some Tron.
Yeah, might be the way to do it. I might pick up some Tron and just do it that way as well.
Apparently so, yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, we mentioned this earlier on the call, but yeah, I mean, there's some short-term opportunities for folks to stake and earn yield on MEXC for Smile, and obviously starting tomorrow morning, folks are going to be able to trade, right? Mm-hmm. And next week, we've got some exciting announcements to come with a partnership within the Algorand ecosystem, just to bridge that gap until early November when our DApp launches, until there's a Smilecoin wallet integration and staking available.
Right. And then obviously as things like Tiny Man and Algodex, as they go live, then that's going to be more opportunities for people to get on their hands on Smile. And
Yeah, and we're ready to rock there. We're actually on the test net for Tiny Man and Algodex. Amazing projects. Tiny Man have been I mean, their UI is amazing. Really excited about that project, and yeah, we're ready to rock and roll there. Yeah, hopefully they'll be on the mainnet, any day now. But yeah, this will
that's
be
right,
good.
right? Is it any day? Is it like weeks?
I don't have I'm not privy to exactly when they're launching, but from my understanding, it's days, if not weeks.
Yeah, I thought I heard by the end of the month is what someone somewhere told me. I don't know how true it is, but
yeah, I mean, like anecdotally, like I said, we've been using the product, and we've got Smile on testnet on Tiny Man, and there just doesn't seem to be a ton of significant bugs there or issues. So
awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised if they launch this week. Hopefully by end of the month. Don't know exactly, but we'll be ready to rock there. I'm excited for a Dex on Algorand.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be game
I'm
changer.
so excited.
I mean, just from a pure like algo, holder perspective, everybody's going to be locking up their algo, and then DeFi is going to start, and people are going to be buying more of it. It seems like it's going to be a very nice time to be an algo holder.
Yeah.
Not that today was the most not that today is the most comfortable, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm super excited. Like, and it's probably folks who are maybe they're folks who kind of heard about Smilecoin not from the algo community, but I get so many questions as far as like, how do I use algo or purchase Smile with an ASA? And I'm like, there's no Dex yet.
Yeah, you can.
It's coming
almost
soon.
It's a unicorn.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a game changer. Literally, I'm super excited. I want to invest in a bunch of other dApps and projects within the ecosystem, and so I mean, what any particular projects you all are excited about? I know there's just a ton, but
I mean, Tiny Man, it's probably got to be right up there, right along with Smilecoin, of course. Tiny Man's definitely the one I'm looking at, but AlgoFi is going to be awesome for sure.
Algo Mint. Yeah.
Algo Mint. Yep. I mean, even Algodex, bringing out another Dex will be important for sure.
Yep.
There's a lot of good ones.
Somebody
Opulus.
asked.
Opulus.
Opulus.
I was going to say.
Can't forget that.
Yeah, and what's the what? I forget the name, but there's an interesting fractional NFT product with real estate. Is that
Lofty?
Lofty AI.
Lofty. Yep, Lofty.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
up and running, and I know they've had a lot of success. A lot of people in our channel participate in it. I haven't picked up any tokens personally. I think you got to go through a little bit of KYC, which I personally don't mind too much, but I know that's a little bit of a sticking point for some people, and I'll have to definitely check them out a little bit more.
That project is super interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. Somebody says, is Smile planning to introduce a game other than prediction ones? Well, I think you answered that earlier, right? But
yeah, so we've got folks in the network on like the prediction side of things, obviously, and then fantasy sports and traditional sports books. But then in the app, we're gonna have casino style games. So yeah, I shared the slots, the lotto, and we'll have Keno, and we'll be.
So we gotta get Texas Hold'em on there, some poker, and then my money will be gone in a minute.
Yeah,
your money will be gone.
Yeah, there's there's so many cool kind of multiplayer game experiences. Blackjack will be a straightforward one to roll out from a development standpoint.
I was gonna say you could do that one pretty easily.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, I mean Texas Hold'em would be amazing. So we'll, I've got it on the list. We'll see. Maybe next year we can get it on the roadmap. But
awesome.
That would be pretty badass.
All right. Well, I mean, look, this was really exciting, man. Thanks for coming on and talking to us. Do you have any other questions, Andrew? Or
I mean, honestly, I think he touched on just about all the questions I personally had. Super excited to see, Smilecoin's success in the future. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, of course, as always. Algonauts are awesome. I know.
Sir.
Last thing I'll touch on is, I know you both have some exciting stuff on the Algonaut side of things that you all are building out. So pretty cool. Really appreciate what you all are doing, and it's pretty awesome. So
somebody said how about betting on drone racing?
There you go.
You got to get. What's the well, I'm sorry. It's D. What's the name of the? There's
that partnership that Algorand had.
Yeah.
It's
we got drone racing, like a huge contract on it too.
I think
or we could bet on the world chess. World chess
for sure. Yeah. Drone racing is a good one.
Yeah, drone racing league, I think is what it's called. Drone racing league.
Yeah, drone racing league. Come on. DRL. There we go. Everyone's like, all right. DRL. Drone racing league. There we go. Not so complicated. But anyways, it was I think they signed like $100 million 5-year contract with the drone racing league.
Yep.
So
exciting stuff. Well, appreciate both of you guys coming online for sure. We'll have to catch up as you guys keep putting out more information. Obviously, you can always reach out to me and we can get the information out there. So it's been a good time.
Awesome. Hey, is this going to be, is this video going to be uploaded somewhere?
Yep. So it's going to always be available on the Recoup channel. Algonauts is just launching a YouTube. We're going to be putting it up there as well. So there'll be a couple places you can check it out.
Cool.
Yeah. And if you want me to send it to you, I can do that as well.
Cool. Yeah. That would be appreciated. Yeah. We'll repost it. So folks can take a look at this if they missed it live, if they want to, right? We're not going to force it on them.
Oh, sure. All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Later.